Good morning. Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for January 12th, 2019.
Today on the show, we're talking Bungie Activision.
Final Destination's getting a new film.
We're talking about Iron Man and He-Man.
And Choose Your Own Adventure is suing Netflix for reasons.
All that and more. Stay tuned. Hello,
Welcome me.
and welcome.
Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast. This is the world of best podcast in the known universe.
All the nerd news you need to know.
Based off movies and games and
Other sorted nerd stuff.
the best place to talk about that stuff.
Yep, the only place really.
Actually, why anywhere else?
I don't know.
Why-
Prove us
why-
wrong.
I don't have anything to drink. Welcome, gentlemen.
Greetings. I'm Nick.
I'm Tony.
I'm Chris.
Welcome.
Let's
Let's-
get to some news.
Let us
Let's just news.
jump in.
All right.
Let's jump in. The first, arguably the biggest piece that happened this week.
Yes, this is the big piece of
Probably.
news from the
Well,
week.
this and maybe some other stuff.
Nah.
But Bungie,
Yes.
developers who made the Halo series popular,
Yes.
and now Destiny series. It's pretty good. Destiny's pretty good now.
Yes.
it's
always
solid.
been good.
It's solid. Well, they have announced that they are leaving Activision
Thank goodness.
and taking Destiny with them.
They are, which is
Super
That's
surprising.
yeah. I
it depends on how they went into Activision.
how they wrote their contract.
Yeah, how all that was written.
Like if they maintain creative control.
Well, they probably didn't want the same thing to happen with Microsoft,
And
where they
the-
left
the
the Halo,
Halo-
stuff
yeah.
back at Microsoft.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
wonder,
assuming they went to Activision going, we have this game.
we have an idea.
Like-
I have an idea.
Yeah.
When I heard this news, my first thought was, man, they are everyone's jumping ship from Activision.
well, if only Blizzard would do it.
That's a tougher.
Too late.
That's
They're
a tougher-
ingrained. Yeah, they're
that's
the
a
same
tougher.
company.
It's a little tougher.
They're stuck.
So I wonder what this means for Destiny 2 on the PC. Obviously, they have new stuff coming up.
I was gonna say, I believe
like another DLC or two, maybe. Before.
I believe this finishes everything on Destiny 2. So like we'll get the end of Destiny 2.
Well, they said they're going to do more with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But it's on the Activision Blizzard launcher.
Yeah.
Blizzard launcher or
It'll
whatever.
stay there.
It'll stay.
But does this mean that they might pursue Steam now
Or Epic.
or Epic?
Because there's
Steam or Epic.
one game that it's not launching on Steam. It's only coming out on the Epic Store now.
I remember that one.
Um,
It's a pretty big one.
It's a big game coming out that it's like only on Epic, and it's like, oh, someone's giving it to the man because
It's a fairly big game. So yes, Activision and Bungie no longer working together.
no, good for Bungie.
Yeah, good for them.
I really do. I wish more game companies would do this kind of stuff. Just because we see those big companies impose specific.
And good on weirdly enough, good on Activision for just being the bigger man. And
I
being
was
like,
just
"You
gonna
go,
say,
go," like
it's-
letting them go. Like
It's
that's a
good
huge,
PR for them.
It is very good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they
On
need
Twitter,
they need that
everybody's
right.
praising them.
Again, well, but for real, Activision could have been a real jerk in this case.
They really need it right now too.
Division 2, I think, is what it is.
Really
That's only coming out on the Epic Store.
bold,
Yeah, that's what it was.
bold.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for Bungie.
Yep.
We'll see what else they come up with, and yeah, they'll be publishing their own content from now on,
Mm-hmm.
free from Activision.
Which allows them to go to more consoles or more.
Free
however they
reign
want it.
over creativity.
Yes, and then again, yes, you
Or-
don't have to sit there
put
with
or put it on Epic
microtransactions.
and Steam.
Yeah.
Maybe Origin if you want, if they wanted to.
Well, because I mean, we see it with even Star Wars Battlefront. The fact that like we were all avoiding this game, and finally it's like, well, it's $10. Like,
Sure.
how bad can it possibly, And they've been fixing things, so
I got Destiny 2 for free.
you buy into it. But that's what I mean.
So I might buy the DLC eventually.
Yeah.
But-
DLCs.
DLCs, yeah.
Season pass.
But that's what I mean. Like with Battlefront, that team kind of got their power back from EA and made the game they wanted to make.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see Destiny 3.
Or whatever,
If there is a
or
Destiny
whatever
3.
game they make in the
That's pretty
future.
much what they're talking about is Destiny 3, but without Activision's business model on top of it,
No
because there
more
is
loot,
like
no more loot crates.
well, that is like one of the first things you get in the game. You go to talk to someone, and they're like, "If you give me this much money in the real world, I'll give you some fancy boxes with stuff inside that gets
Possibly.
used up, and you might not get what you want, so you'll give me more money, please, yes?" And it's like everybody's like,
no.
"No, I'll just play the game."
Yeah, it's a good game. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
solid game.
Yeah.
I don't need this in there.
But don't you want your ship to be purple?
No.
No.
For a chance at that, $18.
What's the drop rate like?
But that's the thing. Is like, but that's
We don't know.
that's the Activision piece, I think, to it. Whereas the gameplay, because it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Like-
a competent shooter.
Yeah.
It's very competent.
Well, it's almost like Bungie knows what they're doing when it comes to a third or
Space-
first person shoot. Yeah,
Space shooter.
space shooter
Surprising.
with lower gravity and not having to worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is like you were playing it that night, and you're like this is I'm playing Halo.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
To me, it was Halo mixed with a tiny bit of like Borderlands because you do have the numbers that pop,
And
so
the
you
loot,
can
you got the loot stuff.
and there's loot and that kind of jazz. But yeah, really, it's Halo.
It's never a bad thing.
No,
No.
From the guys who made Halo.
Which was a good series.
Which
at
was
the
a-
time.
Yes, before they drove that one into the ground as far as they possibly
But
could.
within Bungie
Halo
wasn't part of that.
Odyssey, or whatever the next one is called.
You know, I like the
I can't
offshoots
remember.
of Halo. Like anything with Master Chief are my least favorite Halo games. ODST and
I
Reach
think
were
we're getting
my-
him again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get him.
Next
Master Chief is the guy for Halo.
Yeah,
like,
I
it's,
know.
you can't deny that. It's like trying to make a Metal Gear game without Snake.
Yeah, but they changed up.
yeah,
But they changed Gears' main character. They do the
But I
same
think,
thing.
but I think they ended that character off though. They didn't end Chief's character off yet.
well, they did multiple times, and they just keep bringing him back. It's like, oh, now he's
now
gonna,
it's a female lead.
or he's gonna do this, or this is gonna happen, or that's gonna, and you're just going, can we, just like, I thought he died, and it's like, nope, they found him in an ODST pod or something. You're like, oh, good, glad
He's alive.
His
Yeah.
memory is.
Yeah.
He gets to finish the fight.
Yeah.
He gets to finish the
But
fight.
that's what I mean. It's like, and that's cool. Like, bring him back at the end of a whole long line of a bunch of stuff. All of a sudden, like Master Chief, all of a sudden pops out, and then you're like, yeah. But like, Reach to me had a way better story than the other Halo games because they did. There was
But that and also
there
that
was
fiction,
character to all the other characters.
also that fiction has been written for them. They just had to flesh it out more too.
Yeah.
Like Master Chief, they're kind of making it as they go.
Yeah.
From what it feels like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should stop for a while. And
Well,
just-
they technically they did stop for a while.
They did.
Halo 5 has been out for quite a long time.
It's because I don't know anybody who was like Halo 5 best game ever.
No one was like.
That's what I mean. Like
It got
But that's
literally
not
overshadowed
summarized
by
by Microsoft.
Forza,
yeah.
their own IP.
Yeah, that's not good. You think when you release a Halo game, it'd be all like it's not on streams. It's not on, like
There's no competition. There's no esports.
No.
That's the big piece, especially for Halo.
because I remember that was some of the first stuff on TV was Halo 3.
Halo 3 was a big
like
yeah,
Capture the Flag. People were doing crazy stuff that I had never thought to do in a Halo game.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
Like
when
they're throwing the flag and this and that, and you're going.
esports with Halo 3 was huge back in whenever
Yeah.
it was, and now it's all Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Now it's all Fortnite, and now it's all
PUBG.
PUBG, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the flavor of the week is basically it.
Yeah, but even you get your League of Legends and some of
Dota.
Dotas and not Heroes of the Storm anymore because they don't support that. But like
Overwatch League.
Overwatch leagues.
Overwatch League, definitely.
But that's what I mean. You go on the streaming sites and it's at least Call of Duties. Like Call of Duty does pop up.
Mhm.
People are playing the new.
If you
know.
go, if you go on
Yeah.
any stream, yeah.
Yeah, like they're playing it. Battlefield 5 kind of,
Nope.
got shot in the foot because
They shot themselves.
they shot themselves in the foot. But like that's the piece is it's like there's all these other games that came out and at least are getting news. Halo 5, I remember seeing one trailer for it in E3.
It came out,
and then that was it. I don't even remember. I couldn't tell you when it came out.
I will say though,
Not a
when they
care level
first
for Microsoft stuff though.
when they announced the first
Low.
trailer for that, everyone was super hyped for it, and
Yeah.
then it just kind of petered out after it.
It's because they
launched.
stopped caring. Like,
Well, they stopped marketing it.
yeah, I never understand that one. It's like we want people to buy our product. Well, advertise for it.
Look how strong
No.
Sony goes off with all its products. Look at God
Sure.
of War, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like everything that's exclusive to them, they push really, really hard.
Yeah.
Well, they know what's going to sell their systems.
Well, but even Nintendo, half the ads are just their stupid videos of like, hey, do you know what's available on Nintendo Online this month? And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is a horrible ad. And it's like, it's really just a 2-minute YouTube video that we paid to stick in front of shit. And I'm like, oh.
It's YouTube videos are really easy to make. So
Why we're the best.
That's why we're the best.
So yeah, good on Bungie.
And good on Activate. We have
Good
there
on
has
Bungie
to
and
be
Activision, yeah.
there has to be some slight kudos, I guess, to Activision, where it's like, thanks for letting them go without
A fuss?
Well, no, it's
a
that's
public
like
fuss.
Yeah. Or like
Their stocks are so far down. They had no other choice.
They could have fought
could've-
to
I don't
catch
think so.
Destiny.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because stock prices have nothing to do with like our opinions of these kinds of things.
And I think you're right. Like it could have been how they managed their contract
Yeah.
going into Activision, saying like, "We're going to make Destiny for you, but we remain creative control."
It would be
over
like
it
Platinum
all."
Games with Bayonetta. They still own
Yes.
Bayonetta, but Nintendo pays for
Right.
the game. So if they ever did split, essentially,
Right.
they would. Yeah. Either way,
And, yeah.
Rare, you should totally do the same thing, please.
For literally all of your. You know what? Jet Force Gemini needs to come back.
There's a lot of games that Rare made that should make comebacks.
I
but-
love Jet Force Gemini. That was so cool.
But get the ukulele team to do it, please, because they're actually the Rare team now. So
Jet Force Gemini characters in Smash.
that's what that hero file is.
Jack.
No,
Jack is not Joker. It's it's whatever the main character is in Jet Force Gemini.
Joke's on you guys.
Moving on.
Yes.
Final Destination, a film in which
Series
basically
of
just
films.
the original series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
Well, it started out as fortunate, and then it just got a whole lot worse.
Let's not get it. Was it a plane, the first one?
I don't know.
Yes.
Was it really a plane?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It was a
They all
plane because they
merged.
were going on a trip with their school.
And then the guy had a-
freaked out, and a whole bunch
Which one
of
was
them
the
went
highway?
2 or 3.
That's the scene.
Two.
That's the one that
With the log?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what resonates with me.
Two.
2.
3 was a roller coaster.
Which
Yes.
one was the one in the gymnasium?
4 was, I believe, racing speedway.
Oh yeah, the NASCAR race or whatever.
So
Yeah.
5 must have been the one in the gymnasium then, because I remember seeing videos of gymnastics getting gymnasts being.
Oh, the movies take place all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay.
the intro
But
scene
it's
that's
someone
always
having
the,
a
yeah.
premonition.
Okay.
So it's the beginning part is they don't get on the plane because the guy has a premonition and he freaks out and like grabs 5 people and they miss the flight.
But then they
But
find out the
then they
flight-
were supposed to die on that flight, so they proceed to die in a whole bunch of random places.
Correct. Well, we get to see that all over again.
But with more creative kills?
It could be because the guys who are rebooting it are the writers for Saw.
So I'm actually okay.
But they were starting to run out of ideas, too, so...
But that's okay. This is
Their thing is go reboot another series.
I think the thing with Saw is you're confined to the fact that it's the weird kind of game, like the gamification of it all. Final Destination, legit, it's like,
anything can happen anywhere.
yeah,
Is the thing.
like plate glass falling on the person on the side, like, and the best part is you always see it coming. Like you're just like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like there's
in
no.
Saw, you could kind of see that coming too, but in a different way.
Oh no, this one's legitimately like.
No, Saw you couldn't...
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, they tell you what had to happen essentially.
Well,
so
yeah.
but this one's legitimately like, see this like this glass hanging from this like
It's
crane,
swaying.
and it starts to like blow in the wind, and then you see like, and it shows you it's like the most visually,
Appealing thing in that
because it's
scene.
like, and there goes the rope. Is it twink, twink, tink, 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 and you're like, and then the
remember
kid runs under to chase the birds, and you're like, oh,
I remember watching the gymnast sequence where she was on one of those pole vault things
Yeah.
and she was dancing on it or doing whatever, and there was a thumbtack.
Oh yeah, like it's.
And I'm like, she's jumping over it. Now she's like right next to it.
And that's the piece.
And
You
then-
know something's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. And they do that. They dance around it essentially,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah,
they
there was
didn't. Oh, they didn't. Oh, they didn't? Ah, there it is.
Yeah, there's one more guy working out.
She messes
Yeah.
up. She falls into the fan, and the fan just decapitates her head.
Yeah, exactly. Like, period.
The blood then blinds this other guy, and then he, like, you know.
The domino deaths are
Yeah.
probably the best ones, where it's like one death kind of leads into
Who was
another.
next?
Whenever- yeah.
Uh-oh. There. Him.
all. It's all. I'll save the trip. It's all.
Now, to be fair, the last Final Destination movie that came out was called The Final Destination.
It just did
So how many did they? How have they?
Five?
How many have they ended
4 or
up?
5?
I thought 5 was one, so that would have been.
I think
6.
the-
Well, I
was
listed off
6.
that, and then you said the gymnasium, so I would say that's 5.
Hold on.
Yeah, we can Google. How many Final Destination? Okay, Google.
Final Destination franchise to the Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
5
So they've made 5.
Yeah.
All right.
films.
I remember the gymnasium one, so
Final Destination.
yeah. Final Destination.
Final
2.
Destination 2.
Surprise.
Final Destination 3.
Really?
The Final Destination was number 4.
Mhm.
Oh, so then they.
Then they did Final Destination 5 because enough people went. See, that's my problem when they do that with
That's
movies
weird.
is because they do because you're like, okay, this is the last one. I guess
Legally-
I'll go see this one because you're like, it's the last one.
Yeah.
I'll go see it.
Well,
And then so many people go see it. They're like, people still like the franchise. Do it again. And you're like,
That's
no. I went to see the last one because it was supposed to be.
So is that the
the
trick with
last
the Fast and the Furious? Just adding the in front of the title permanently.
No, that was.
that's
That's-
changed. They do go
the-
Fast 6 or Furious.
The Fast and
Yeah.
the Furious. Just keep adding the in front of
Tokyo
it.
Drift.
The Fast. Oh man, Tokyo Drift 2, please.
No, thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
You want Bow Wow in another movie?
Yeah.
He's not Lil Bow Wow
That just
anymore.
reminds me of
Yeah.
Friday the 13th. It's like, I think number 5 was
Yeah.
the final
The final
chapter.
yeah.
Sure.
And then the next one was Jason Lives. It's like, oh, we started over
What about
again.
Rambo? Rambo was bad for that.
Rambo's just the worstly named movie franchise ever. It's
First
like
Blood.
Rambo,
First Blood
Rambo,
Part 1.
First Blood.
Rambo First Blood,
Part 2.
First Blood Part,
Part
2.
2.
The Rambo 3.
3.
Then Rambo.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there's going to be another
Another
Rambo.
one. And another one.
The
Rambo.
Rambo.
No. Rambo First Blood Part 3.
No,
Just
'cause
do
this-
it.
There was this,
next Rambo one is going to be his last one.
That's
there was
what
a
helped
section in the movies though where they were
Creed
doing
was
that because Rocky did that too, where all of a sudden it was like Rocky, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, and then Balboa,
Yeah.
And it's
Rocky
like-
Balboa.
and it's like, where does Rocky Balboa fit?
me. Yes.
I get that, but like put a little number somewhere for people
And then,
who
well,
don't.
then Creed, and then Creed 2.
And I get that. Creed, whatever, because Creed was its own kind of thing. I get it. It's spun off, but it's spun off. You could watch Creed without knowing Rocky.
Could you?
No.
You could. People did.
No.
I haven't watched Rocky.
The
We should
character
check-
Creed
I get.
I
is
have
related
seen-
to the guy in
guys,
the first 3 movies.
I
We
guess
can
so.
science this. I've never watched Rocky. And I've never
So
watched
Tony's
Creed.
gonna go
I'm
watch
gonna watch
Creed.
Creed, and I'll let you know how confused I am.
Do you know anything about boxing?
No.
That might make it
That might make
worse.
it worse.
Whatever
Although there is
whatever
a- there
we
is
fit
a-
boxing was.
There is a kind of a, I wouldn't call it a hallway shot. One shot where it's just in the ring where it's.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, they do
One
some
shot.
amazing choreography. Like I say, It is choreography. It's fight
It's cool.
choreography.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's in boxing.
But it was it was essentially the hallway scene, but in a boxing ring, and just go do
Neat.
the circle and
And this
Yeah.
is in
Creed.
Creed. Okay. All right. Cool.
It's like-
There's someone to look forward to in that movie.
I'm all right with that. I like my shots.
It's like-
I'm a sucker for that
It's
stuff.
like I went bowling. I went bowling last night, and when I bowl, I bowl. I do the steps and the like. I try and do the correct form. I still suck at bowling.
Yeah, the
Like,
first
I-
throw is always your best, and then after that, it's not.
No.
Oh no, I started slow and worked my way
Oh,
up.
no,
but like
I
I
was bad.
I do.
First throws, I get worse.
I do. I step and go in and I get the foot behind the other foot as you
Yeah.
throw to try and get the spin going, like the whole
I don't
nine
do
yards.
spin. I just throw it. Not like that.
So the people I'm bowling with are all sitting there doing, they walk up and just kind of launch the ball or this or that or anything.
I gotta
and
go
then-
as fast as I can.
And then I get up there and it's like, okay, and stepping on one of the dots, looking down the line. Like I try.
you are trying a little too
You're-
hard there.
Well, no, because when I actually try, I actually do well. Not like strike after strike after
Surprise.
strike, but it's like if I have the right form and that kind of stuff. But
I think what you mean is as long as you're consistent.
it's kind of the shtick. But it's because you don't actually look at the pins. There's dots and arrows on the
I know.
Yeah. I'm trying to explain for everybody. It's
How
a
to
general
bowling.
how to bowl. But either way, like I'm doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the people I'm bowling with, you fancy bowl, and I'm like, you mean bowl? Like,
Oh, I mean, I lam myself up, but I don't. That's about it. I know I have to
What's
be.
some of
I know
the
I have to
throws?
be a little to the left of. Second.
and that's also, yeah.
That's all I have to. That's all I do,
Yeah.
and I just throw. No
Yeah.
spin.
I don't get a spin most of the time, but like my leg still does go behind. Like they were very impressed that my leg goes behind. They're like, fancy
Do you not
bowling,"
do
and I'm
that? Do normal people not bowl like that? Because that's what I bowl like too.
like step throw and
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I have the
Part of that
leg
is my
and
kind
the
kind
leg
of.
kind of
doing
sweeps
it,
behind
yeah.
you. Yeah, no,
Is
that's
that
not
not-
how any of the people I was bowling with bowled yesterday.
We're in a weird.
Lunge.
No, like legit, they'd walk up to.
Overhand.
Oh, hold on! I got to launch with my leg behind me.
They'd walk up to the line, and just like arm back and whoop, and bowled better than me.
No,
I
it's a
just have
shot.
to
It's
say,
a shot
like,
put where they're just holding it right here, and then just spin in
spin
a
a
circle.
couple spins.
Ooh, I need to put a string on mine so I can.
Launch it.
Yeah. The goal's to not touch
We're
the.
That's my thing is
We're
like
not going bowling with Tony.
The
Yeah.
goal's not to
I don't
touch the
wanna
lane
get
with the
kicked
ball.
out.
It's just to hit the pins.
hit the pins from as far as gotta get that arc.
Yeah.
But that's my thing is like if you don't know the sport, you're trying to watch a movie, it doesn't always translate because boxing's a weird one. If you don't know boxing,
I know zero things about
I know a
boxing.
little bit about it.
because it's like he wins and it's like, but he's still standing and it's like, yeah,
It has
well,
something
they
to do
went
with, like,
very
similar
points, right?
to
You have to hit-
MMA stuff. So it's,
It is, but
It's
again,
trying
if
to
you
like
don't
you're
know
trying to hit
MMA.
them to get points, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I know that, but I just don't know.
it
how
depends
many
on the
points.
connection. If
Yes.
certain,
'Cause,
I
yeah,
think, I
if
think
they're
certain punches
blocking,
are
it's-
worth more than an uppercut is worth more than a jab.
So what
And
are-
I don't
how-
keep count because
How much is a quarter circle punch worth?
All of the points.
because that would normally knock a real person out, if, you know. Yeah.
That's called a KO.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
TKO.
I've
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Smash, so I get this.
TKO.
I understand this.
Yeah. There you go. Either way.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Final
Final Destination.
Destination.
I'm stoked. I'm
We'll
down
see what
with the
happens.
Final Destination.
We
movie.
shall see what happens.
I won't see it in theaters. Like,
I don't know.
sorry, I won't.
Depends on the
but-
cast, I think, is another thing.
No.
Like,
No, I don't care.
I
I
about
like
the
those
cast.
movies.
I
You
would
don't
like
have
to
anybody big because you're just gonna die.
But
Yeah.
that's the point.
Or you do. You get like Robert
Yeah.
Downey Jr. and kill him in the first
Like,
15
now, maybe
minutes.
Have
you
Chris
look-
Evans walk him and
Yeah.
then just
But I
gets
mean,
decapitated by a Captain America shield.
you look
Ugh.
back. You look back at those movies now. They're some of them are actually decently big.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Ali
they got-
Larder got Lauder,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they kind of. It's one of those movies where they kind of get TV people who are sort of big on TV, and it's like wanna be in a movie.
And even the star in the first one.
That's I know.
was
I'm trying.
yeah, I don't know
I
his
feel
name.
like that's like Jason Segel's kind of thing because he was big on TV, but then starts going on movies.
I know the second one with the highway one. The lead there was in Criminal Minds for a long time.
Sean William Scott,
Mm.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, first one.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah, I know her. I watched Scott Pilgrim. What?
And Cloverfield Lane.
Oh yeah, she is in 10 Cloverfield Lane. I liked her better in Scott
She had
Pilgrim.
fighting Ted Cloverfield Lane though.
Devin Sawa.
You obviously haven't watched Scott Pilgrim
Yes,
in a
I
while.
have.
Devin Sawa was, I think, the guy. You were
I don't know
thinking
any of
of.
those
Probably.
names.
Yeah. He appeared in film
He
The
was in
Little
those Chief
Giants.
He was. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Got his
that's-
big break.
Okay, so now here's
Casper.
my
Yes.
like my
Yeah.
my ending
Because he
question.
was Casper.
Yes.
Here's my like ending question. They're classifying this as a reboot.
Yes.
Were all the other Final Destination movies?
Connected.
They were connected.
They
Other than having
First
death.
two for sure.
They managed to squeak a couple of them to connect because people would find like
Because they killed off the main character stupidly
yeah
off screen in the second one. Because
Okay.
he survived,
yeah
but then there was a news article. Oh, this guy got hit by a brick falling off a wall.
yeah because
Huh.
Ali Larder was in a couple.
She was in
of
two.
them. Yeah.
She was in the second one saying, "I've been hiding."
Yeah, she pretty much checked herself into an insane asylum
I'm
and stayed
done.
inside a padded room and was like, "Nope, empty padded room, nothing can hurt me here."
Done.
Yeah.
I guess that's one way to do it.
I don't know about the other ones. I don't think they're really tied.
There
Might have been
was-
articles of people
That's what I
researching
mean.
and going,
That's what
"Hey,
it was like there was a plane that crashed and
There was a creepy- there was that creepy-
a light connection.
yes.
There was that creepy guy. That
It's not
kept
sort of
coming
like
up
some
too.
Final Destination cinematic universe.
No, there wasn't like at the end of it, like number 5 ended and there's like a death with the actual cloak and sickle standing behind a
it's-
thing like,
and he-
"Ah."
And it looks like the first character from the first movie.
I guess I'll just do this myself. Oh, like they didn't pull that kind of thing.
Okay.
They did get more and more as the series went on, showing like death doing things. Because the
was
first
there
one was
actual-
kind of, they looked more like accidents as they kept going on. Like you'd see.
Well, that's where I think it was kind of.
It was getting too cheesy. Yeah, because
Where
you
it was
do.
out of random stuff.
That's what I mean. Like it was all of a sudden.
Screws
Like,
coming undone.
yes.
It's like, no, but
Like it was, or water would stretch across the ground. There was no hill, but you'd see like a hand sort of thing out of the water to try and give you that illusion of like this is being moved.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, something would come out of the wall, and you're like, things are being manipulated as opposed to
naturally.
these people are just now naturally the most unlucky people on the face of the planet. Because yeah, a brick fell out of a building and smoked him in the head.
It's stupid, but that would make sense.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, but that's what
A
I mean.
series
like,
of
it's-
unfortunate
it
events.
legitimately is, as opposed to as the movies went on, it was just like now death is shaking a thing to make it fall over, sort of thing.
Yeah.
He is
Death has got better things.
he
to
went
do
from
in his life.
indirectly killing
no, because
them
there's
to
a process to the death.
yes,
And he has to
you
keep
can't
the
mess
order.
with the timeline, man.
I
He has
guess
to
not.
keep the order.
Yeah,
He
Can't
was
screw
he was the real hero in that.
really, yeah, really he was because he was killing off a bunch of really stupid people.
Well, and they threw off the order of things.
They
'cause You don't
did.
know how they would affect the butterfly effect.
Oh, man.
You don't know.
Now,
Human
things are just
human
weird.
race extinct because of the
Yeah,
Adams
Things are
people.
just weird.
So
Oh, right.
That's
either
my-
way,
that's my take on
yeah,
it.
no, for sure. I'm always cheering for death in those flicks.
Okay.
No one could beat him.
Okay, NPH. Okay, NPH.
As we move on,
Terminator.
He-Man's getting a reboot.
I've
Speaking
never,
of reboots,
I've never watched TV.
I
Is that
don't
the
know
I
if
have
this
the
is
power.
yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Still
Power of
Connor
Grayskull.
McDavid.
I've seen more He-Man in internet memes than
Yes.
I have of the actual
Yes.
TV
We
show.
were born
or
too
car-
late for this show.
Right.
This was on the cusp of, I think,
G.I. Joe.
us as kid. Yeah,
Like we were
They were on the
G.I.
same
Joes
time, yeah.
we were Ninja Turtles, GI Joes, that kind of stuff. He-Man was.
earlier.
Because I did.
I think it was about a decade earlier.
I remember it. I just never.
I
think
had
it's like
a
the
show.
70s.
I had a He-Man toy.
I don't think I even had a He-Man toy.
I didn't have He-Man. I had the cat.
See, when
That makes
when
no
I was younger,
sense.
when I was a kid,
Mm.
I always thought who's the skull?
Grayskull.
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 Yeah.
Like, is that the villain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
think
he
so.
was. Yeah, I thought he was the coolest thing ever.
Everybody
think-
still does. That's
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren played a live action
Yes.
He-Man.
Yes, I remember that film.
Yeah.
I remember that they were trying to, from the Netflix show, The Toys That Made Us.
Toys That Made
That's
Us, yeah.
exactly where I've learned more about. I
He-Man.
learned more about He-Man in that hour than I did about the
Very
entire
much so.
a decade or two.
But it is getting a reboot. I'm not sure if this was live action or if it's animated, but either way, it's coming from the writers of Iron Man.
Iron Man 1.
So who knows?
John Favreau producing.
Probably at this point.
He has his hand in everything.
John Favreau.
Well, I'm done with this Lion King thing. Let's move on to He-Man.
There's no Avengers projects coming up for a little bit, right? I'll just work on this one.
And in all honesty, he's like, Avengers project. Here's the money. Just let me know
I trust
when
you. I trust
like
you.
you're gonna
Yeah.
give me
Here,
money
Kevin.
back.
Here,
Yeah.
take my money.
Yeah, essentially, yes.
I trust
Are you kidding? If we could invest in the next Avengers flick as producers, like if they'd let us do, all the money. Here is everything I own because I know I'm going to get
I
it
take
back.
a loan
I'm
out.
going to get it quadrupled back.
Take a loan out just to.
Yeah,
There you go.
like,
Loan.
hi, can I speak to Kevin? This is
Which
Nick.
one? Which one?
The big guy. This is Nick. He'll know who I am. I'd like to give you all
I
my.
follow him. I follow him. I follow
follow
him.
him on
At least
Twitter.
I follow him on Twitter. I don't know if he follows me.
I'd like to give him all my money. Yes, all of it. Get talking to him. He's like, well, how much do you have? About $1,000. Will that cut it? Can I be an executive producer for $1,000?
For about 5 seconds.
You could be a producer, not an executive producer.
Man,
You can be the
You'll
producer.
get all the money.
I'm gonna have one guy.
You can be the PA for the PA.
Yeah. We'll give you a job where we'll pay you less than what you actually gave us, and it's like, deal.
So yeah,
Um,
He-Man reboot incoming.
Yes.
It doesn't. I don't.
Timeline?
I don't even know the original timeline.
Oh,
Oh,
when's
like
it
when
coming
this is
out?
gonna-
Oh, I honestly see this as a 2021 thing.
No.
I think
2020.
2020 is next year, dude.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just started this year. There's tons of time.
Well,
Is
it
it
also
a movie,
depends-
movie or TV show?
That's probably a movie.
I'm working on it. Writers of the 2008 Iron Man are in final talks to write a new draft for the upcoming He-Man and the Masters of the Universe
So they haven't even written
movie.
a draft yet.
Movie. Next year.
No.
Late next year.
We don't. Yeah, I say 2021. 2021 is my guess.
This is my
Because if the script hasn't even been
This is my
finished.
2019 prediction.
Here we go. The new Masters of the Universe film currently has a release date of December 20th, 2019.
December 20th night. December 20th.
Yes, even earlier than I expected.
But considering the constantly changing crew, like The Dark Knight's David Goyer moving from director to executive producer, the film may be pushed back until 2020 at the earliest.
See, 2020.
At the earliest.
Still 2020.
This is coming from a guy who also doesn't really know much about He-Man. I understand the popular culture behind him.
But if they do pull off a good enough flick, I mean...
It might get people reintroduced to
Dolph
old stuff.
Lundgren. Just recast Dolph Lundgren.
No.
Yes! Just go and have him in like some background role.
Thor.
But David Goyer executive producing, too, is a
I don't know.
big name at Dark Knight
Oh, okay.
director.
Chris Hemsworth.
Or not director, but...
No,
executive
you don't
producer.
get Chris Hemsworth. No.
To do He-Man?
To do He-Man? I would
No.
take that.
Yeah, you could totally
I think
do
you
that.
need to get.
He's
someone,
a
you get-
blonde,
you get
big,
some-
muscly
You
dude.
get someone.
Yes, he is.
Well,
But He-Man's a big, muscly dude. I think he starts out skinny, though.
He does. And
He's like a Shazam- she's like a Shazam
it's
guy.
A Shazam. Zachary Levi.
No.
no, that's a little bit busy.
In a
there.
really foam muscled suit.
Yep.
Yep.
If Shazam wasn't such a like
I'm interested. I'm super ready
a
for shit.
quirky character where you can get away with that, it would look absolutely stupid. But the fact that it is a kid that transforms himself into a super, it's like it is perfect with the fake muscles.
Yep.
It fits. That's
I'm
a DC
looking-
film I am
really-
actually excited for.
Oh, I'm super ready for that. That's Zachary Levi.
Aquaman.
I am.
Wonder Woman.
I'm
too.
cautiously optimistic of Aquaman. Sorry, and
Wonder Woman too.
Wonder Woman. I need more info.
Yeah, they have.
She
That's
does, I
that's up
mean-
this summer, isn't it?
I
Something
think
like that. It's out this
so.
year.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
out
it's
this
up
year.
this summer. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. I
soon.
need more info on
Probably challenging Spider-Man.
1984.
Wonder Woman. Not that I think it'll be bad. I want to know more of what
The fact that they're
we're doing.
bringing in Chris Pines' character.
Oh, because
back.
he didn't die. He jumped out of that airplane.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He couldn't.
Yeah, he did.
He dies
Oh
in the
yeah.
comics.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's gonna be back to where
He's
he
an
was.
illusion.
He's not an illusion. He'll
He
be
dies
back.
in the comics.
It's fine, guys.
He dies
He's
in the
an
exact
illusion.
same way he dies.
Depends
the
which
exact
one
same
he's
way. Guys.
Depends which.
Thanos got really excited with the Reality Stone.
And combined
Crossed
the
over
Marvel
to a yeah.
DC. We're having an Avenger Justice League fight.
Hey, that happens in the comics.
I was just gonna say, and that would be the most epic film ever because Marvel would handle it.
Well, you'd have to
I don't
collaborate.
No,
on that.
they'd rock paper scissors, and Marvel would win because they'd cheat. Because they wouldn't play rock paper scissors, it would be something along the lines of like they throw their biggest franchises at each other, and it'd be like, who's winning? Us, thanks, bye.
Yeah, that's not.
We'll be in control of this one. You'll get to design your guys' costumes.
Best costume.
Yeah,
Suicide
because
Squad.
they won costume and makeup.
You guys won.
You guys can do costumes and makeup for your guys.
Clearly, your guys.
Your guys, yeah. No, you're not touching our people.
Best costuming though.
No.
But best costuming.
This is the Avengers year, man. The fact that the Oscars have like no host
Yeah.
at this point, and the Oscars are already looking at like, can we get the Avengers to start pretty much giving out all the awards
You could technically.
say no.
could.
to get viewership because the Avengers
It's-
3 is up for so many awards. Same with Black Panther.
Is Avengers 3 though?
Yes, they were only going for like 2 or 3, and now they're up for like 13.
But
Like,
they
are
haven't.
they-
They haven't.
they're
They
nominated.
haven't nominated.
No, but they've
anybody.
put their name in the ring for Black Panther. They put their name in the ring for like 18 awards.
Yeah.
And then they were like Avengers 3. They're like, we'll wait for Avengers 4. So we'll only put like 2 names in for like special effects and something else. And then they're like, screw it, why not? All of it.
And then
And I-
Spider-Verse won.
And then
That's-
Mary Pop and Spider-Verse
Spider-Verse.
should
Oh.
win Best Animated.
Yeah, it will.
I'm trying to think what
It
else
won the
came out
Golden
this
Globe
year.
for it already, so
Wreck-It Ralph.
Ah.
Incredibles 2.
no.
I
Those two, as much as I respect Disney and Pixar, like that.
That's
not-
what I was saying. Like
do not
what came,
hold a
out,
candle.
what came out from Disney and Pixar, like Coco won
was-
last year.
yeah.
Yeah, because
But that
Coco
was-
I could see.
But that
Coco
was
would be a.
beautiful.
That's what I mean. Coco would be a good fight against Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
But this year, if it's Wreck-It Ralph and Incredibles, I'm giving it.
Well, I'm
to.
just.
No, that's what I'm
More
saying.
to it
It
than-
depends on what Disney and Pixar.
You don't
put
know
in,
what came
'cause-
out overseas.
Also true, but usually the Japanese ones.
Yeah, those
win.
don't count. You don't see me nominating Pokemon movies.
Well, no, but the big ones from like Studio
Good.
Studio
Studio
Ghibli or whatever it is, yeah, like they'll always be in the running, but they've only
They haven't won
like,
many.
They've only won 2 or 3 because
Yeah.
Pixar usually and
Just-
Disney pick it up.
Yeah, but this year is gonna be
I'd totally Spider-Verse for an animated film
like it's top notch.
So really, Marvel is running away with everything.
if they want people watching. Like
be
that's
fair-
the thing is,
Yeah,
I'll understand
don't-
if Avengers or Black Panther doesn't win Best Picture, because
There's a lot of good stuff out there.
and there's a
Some-
lot of
some of
good
the-
art stuff out there.
well, I was
that
gonna
they
say
usually
like
give
I would
awards
rather
to.
Avengers win for best giant purple guy
Right.
special effect than.
But that's the thing; they've got to start giving awards to these because they're like, no one watches the Oscars, and it's like, I wonder why. Because
the
no one
award
knows
show-
any of the movies.
or even the hosts for that matter. Like it's hard to keep track of all that stuff.
Well, no, and the problem is they give the host 5 seconds,
So they
so
got them opening monologue.
they get an opening monologue,
and honestly,
and by
if
the
you-
time they're at the end, they're like, well, we're out of time, bye, because they've
so
run
and if you
long.
get like a themed set of presenters, it would get that millennial audience really really fast.
When the Oscars used to be big, like when Billy Crystal used to host, Billy Crystal got his opening monologue, and then he got small sets in between to do
when is the
comedy
Oscar?
bits.
When is the Oscars?
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. Like that's the thing. I don't.
know.
Google wins the Oscars. Hold on.
Okay, Google. When's the Oscars? Oh,
Okay,
pick
Google.
up my voice.
When's the Oscars?
It's a race.
February 24th.
Yeah.
So they could even use that as a marketing piece to be like, hey, there's another trailer for Endgame if you watch the Oscars, also starring all the hosts.
But that's the crowd for that.
I could see that.
I don't
If
think
they're
they
gonna,
put
if
a
they're
trailer
gonna,
out for that,
if they're gonna do that, they might as well lean hard.
they're not going to.
It's ABC. They might.
And it's that time period of marketing for either Captain Marvel, Avengers, or even Spider-Man.
But yeah, the problem is that's what you end up getting with those is the hosts don't really host anymore. Because I do, like, I'll watch some. Kristen Bell was up for hosting one of the award shows, and I'm like watching it because she can be pretty funny,
Yeah.
and she did. She had a really good opener,
Mhm.
and then I think we saw her 2 more times, and then at the end she's like, "We're on time, bye," and I'm like, why even tell me who's hosting? Like that's why, as much as like Kevin Hart getting fired and all that stuff, I'm like, well, who cares? I would have seen him for an opening monologue and then nothing for the rest
Yeah,
of the
it's
night.
on. It's just the name at this point.
It's really just, it's like, you're going to see an opening by this person, and then we're going to bore you to death
And then a closing for about 5 seconds.
by watching these people hand out awards.
Yeah.
And it's like, yay.
You know what? Those actors are probably going to be there already.
What?
Like if they get all the Avengers guys.
No, sure, but
So.
it's just a matter of who's presenting.
Well,
what
could
and
they
who's
be
saying
up?
what and
Could they
who's-
be a host and win?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, not a host. Well, they could be a host and win, but they wouldn't be hosting. They essentially just want them handing out awards at this point. Like essentially, watch all the Avengers go up one at a time,
Kevin Feige goes up
and
they're-
slowly
they're
just like
the best
reading
direct-
off the teleprompter.
Best director goes to it's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
Best executive producer. That's not an award, Kevin. Don't care. Taking it now.
Scratching it. As he's
And the winner
chiseling.
is me.
Goodbye.
But yeah. So either way, I don't know how we got on the top. This bit worked out.
Did it?
So moving on to Netflix. Netflix.
You have watched. Have you watched?
No.
Bandersnatch?
I've not watched
Black Mirror
Bandersnatch.
I had no
Bandersnatch.
time.
We've talked. Brian and I have touched on
Yes.
it last week. The Black Mirror Bandersnatch Choose Your Own Adventure
Whoa,
episode.
whoa, whoa,
We
whoa!
don't
whoa,
want to
hold on.
get sued, Tony.
Why? Why? Who's suing?
I still love this.
I
The
don't
Choose
know.
Your Own Adventure. The people who publish the Choose Your Own Adventure books are suing Netflix.
I think the big piece isn't that they're not suing them because of the fact that you make chooses options.
Yeah.
They're suing them because the book in the movie is being painted in that weird light of like, oh, this is a really dark dystopian choose your own adventure novel. Everything is kind of sad and depressing.
But there's,
I
I don't understand this because there's other Choose Your Own Adventure. Like it wasn't just one line of Choose Your Own Adventure books, and that was all that came out. Like Goosebumps did it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I think my
There's a whole
my
bunch.
I think my takeaway is that I didn't realize that was a organization or group.
I knew
I
it
didn't know it was
was.
copyrighted.
Yeah,
But that's my
'cause
thing is I don't know how copywritten it actually is, other than the Choose Your Own Adventure brand.
Right,
probably.
and that's the thing. I didn't realize Choose Your Own Adventure was a brand.
brand.
Like
Yeah.
I thought it was like
Well,
a
we do
style.
now.
I thought it was a style of writing.
I think at this point anybody's just suing Netflix for like it's like the Satanic Church suing them for the Sabrina thing, and it's like you used our statue and you used it wrong, and it's like okay.
And I mean,
this is
this was them
nowadays.
saying,
anybody sues anybody, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think the big
Fortnite's
piece
being
is like,
sued by 2 different people.
For dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fortnite.
So I mean,
don't floss. They can't get us.
I can't floss anyways, so you're good. I am.
Is this flossing?
That's a weird type of floss.
I
You
don't
need
know.
to stop.
We're making our own dance for Fortnite. Fortnite take our dances.
Fortnite take our
so
dances.
we can sue you.
You do not have permission to have our dances.
So yeah, now Choose Your Own Adventure brand is suing Netflix, I guess, for Bandersnatch.
Choosing your own
For
adventure.
choosing your own adventure.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare they make a successful episode movie?
And the reason they're going to lose is legitimately because they've been doing it with the kids shows now for like 2 years.
No, like I said, I think it's the fact that they're taking the actual Choose Your Own Adventure novel in the episode in the movie.
Negative.
Yeah, painting it in such in that kind of light. Not the fact that you're making choices in the movie. That's not what they're going for.
They're gonna lose anyways.
You can sue a lot of movies for making it seem super bad, super negative.
How dare you make my product look bad?
How in your wildly successful movie, how dare you take?
I'm trying to think of other negative movies here.
The only thing that Bandersnatch ever made me think of was like, I should find some of those books again. They were like fun books.
No.
Like you didn't. No one's looking at that going, yeah, those books are evil and satanic.
I will say the most unrealistic part of that entire movie, given what the endings are, is that it's the Choose Your Own Adventure book. The guy's Stefan moves around with him. It's like this thick, and I'm like
the one that people would actually like to read.
Like that's wild, and he wants to turn that into an '80s game.
Well, because legitimately, the Choose Your Own Adventure books that everybody had, the actual story was all of 20 pages.
Yes.
Like if you actually took the right route to escape, it's like this was a 20-page book, but in actuality, it's like 60 pages. But I would rather have had like a novel.
Yes.
Where it's like, okay, now I'm turning to this. Okay, yeah, I would rather have a book this big.
My finger didn't leave the page. I'm going back.
Yeah. I can time travel. I can time travel. I can time travel. Or you're sitting there with bookmarks, just like
little post-it notes.
Yeah, post-it notes, and it's like, okay, choice 1, choice 2, choice 3. Just keep moving your way back.
Isn't that what everyone did?
Finally, essentially. I had one that had 3D pictures in it when 3D pictures were a thing.
Crazy.
When you had to like cross your eyes and move it
magic
up.
eye?
Yeah, magic eyes. So if you knew, it was like, do you go this way or do you go that way? And it's like, and then there'd be like brackets going like the picture shows you what's coming in this direction, so you'd like.
I can magic eye, no problem.
So that's what I mean. Like you'd magic eye yourself, but then you try and figure out what it was on this black and white magic eye that was this big.
Nice.
And mine was like this underwater submarine thing. So you're like, I think that's a submarine. You go to the page and it's like, it's a giant squid. You're dead. And I'm like, oh.
I didn't take my finger off.
Yeah. Hold on.
Time travel.
Magic eye again. Oh, there's the squid.
So yeah.
As soon as you know what you're actually looking for.
So yeah, good luck on Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yeah, good luck, guys. We'll be sitting here with popcorn waiting.
I'll still watch Bandersnatch.
It will be settled
outside. It'll be settled.
Yeah,
with Netflix coming out on top.
Or Netflix will
just agreement.
They'll just throw money.
We won't make this as negative as.
We promise not to do the next one with your guys' thing. Do the next one. Cancel it. No.
Nah.
Season 5 got delayed because of this movie. So.
Yeah, but I mean, you got
so much
content.
You got so much more.
Yeah, it's not like you just
I'm not even mad.
No, it's like I only got like an hour and 15-minute film. No, you got
like
12.
You got your own personal movie. You got your own personal movie.
My Bandersnatch was different than your Bandersnatch. That sounds dirty.
I'll Bandersnatch you.
Yeah. Either way.
Thanks for joining us on today's episode of Barrel NewsCast. Hit the button. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Crush it. Share with your friends.
Yeah.
Do it. Share with everyone. Share with us. Do it with everything.
So subscribe whether you're watching on Mixer or Twitch or YouTube, and the best thing you can do is share with your friends. Let them know that we're around.
Hit that like button. Hit the bell icon. Do anything.
Also follow us on a variety of social medias that you can find at BarrelRollNews.com.
Too many to list.
All
Technically, the ones that we'll be posting lots of are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
What's
All you
Instagram?
got to look up is Barrel Roll News.
Barrel Roll News.
Barrel Roll News.
At Barrel Roll News.
Yep, we're on all of the things. Find us there. It's very exciting. Stay tuned, though.
Well, we've got the post-credit show. Where we're talking about movies and games and
Movies
everything
we've
else.
watched, games
life
we've played,
experiences.
and
Everything
other
else in
sort of
between.
nerd life experiences that we've had.
Just life experience.
Like
in general.
bowling.
Bowling.
Oh
bowling,
boy!
Bowling is
I think
pretty
we covered
cool.
that.
Bowling is pretty cool.
I know, I already covered bowling.
Bowling is awesome though.
They've really changed that lane up. Either way, we'll talk
We'll
about
talk
it more
about
in
it
about 5 minutes, so stay tuned while we change out our hamsters and do assorted other recombobulations. Bye, everybody.